Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with another character improvement video. In this video, I want to talk about a character who I don't think is done very much justice in this game, and that's Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange, especially in the Golden Era, pre-retcon days, he was one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. Very, very strong. Sorcerer Supreme, Eye of Agamotto, all that good stuff. And I don't think his character in the game reflects that. He is okay, but not stupendous, and I think he should be a strong plug-and-play character and not relegated to only being good on a particular team, as it were. Now, I can understand making a strong supernatural team. That's cool, and his role on there is kind of vital, but it just feels like there's something missing with this guy, and I think he can be made a pretty good standalone character with just maybe some minor tweaks, but I had some ideas, too, for some major tweaks and completely changing the character. But let's talk about what minor tweaks I'd probably do to this guy. First and foremost, the cooldown on this the ability energy in this has got to come down on his ultimate. It's just too long. It takes forever to get there. 3+ turns is an eternity in this game. He's not a particularly fast character, and he's sure not a very survivable character. So, anytime anyone is facing supernatural, he should be your priority target, right? Because it makes no sense killing other characters, especially Ghost Rider, because he'll just res them the next turn. But if he's not getting that energy from Ghost Rider, he's just not going to make it, and he'll almost never get to this turn to where he can launch it. Now, especially with T4 in this, it's actually really good on the team, but that's basically it, and that's all anyone really thinks of him on the Supernatural team. Granted, his special is excellent. That's one thing I wouldn't change on him, but just saying, I think they need to lower this, especially in a non-supernatural setting. It takes too long to get there. Considering, like, Minerva, what is hers? 4, I think, ability energy, so it's just so much faster. Plus, it comes preloaded. Now, it would be too strong to preload this on a supernatural team, but, if it's just resing 1, I don't know. Maybe just make it, cost 4 ability energy or 5 ability energy, and then 2 turns it's ready to go. I don't know, but it needs work. And honestly, the res does not feel like Doctor Strange. That's not really his niche, death kind of reigns supreme in the Marvel, or in the Marvel universe somewhat, and he's not fooling with that. So it just never really made much sense to me that he's a reser. I mean, that's okay. I realize he needs it, but that's fine. Oh yeah, the other problem was this is the healing. Oh my gosh, the healing on this stinks so bad for as long as it takes to get there. It should be almost like a full team heal, to be honest with you, or at least 50% team heal. This power needs a boost. I know it might get out of hand with Supernatural, but you just have to be a little more skillful in your application. And that still wouldn't change the fact that you still nuke him down, and he would never get this off even in 2 turns. So just something about that ultimate really bugs me. Not too much else out of his base kit really bothers me. I think this passive of his should work even without Supernatural, because he's just too squishy. And it is nice to see him start stacking deflects and all that. It does help, but I mean, it won't save him off dedicated focusing, but still, that's not bad. But maybe just get rid of the Supernatural need, and then he'd be a little more of a utility character, kind of like in the Mordo vein. Of course, his special is awesome. I really wouldn't change this. It's got great flavor, pretty reasonable cooldown for what it does. Yeah, I really dig it. So this one I wouldn't change too much. It makes sense thematically too. His basic, I love the fact that it's a non-dodgeable attack. I love basics like that. But unfortunately, it does solo damage. It doesn't really matter. Offense down is okay. It's a good thing. But really, you're going to be in pain doing this for 3 turns before your ultimate is up. It kind of sucks. Something else needs to happen with this. I don't know if it's buff flipping or something. Rather than offense down, I would take the offense down out of this and turn it into, especially with a T4 on it, flips 2 buffs on the opponent. And then does its normal damage. Kind of like a Black Bolt Light, right? Something to make this a better attack, because you're going to be doing this one a lot. So, not a crazy good basic, of course, but maybe a minor tweak. It doesn't have to be great. I would definitely change up his ultimate somewhat and work on his basic. Those little tweaks might do it. Now, I'm also kind of interested in changing this character up a lot, though. And one of my ideas was, I don't know how many people have read the World War Hulk, I can never say that's right, World War Hulk storyline, but basically, when Hulk comes back from Sakaar, he's full of rage, he's basically taking on the entire planet's, like, good guys, bad guys, doesn't matter, he's just killing everybody, or whipping up upon everybody, right, destroying everybody. And at one point in the fight, Doctor Strange actually channels Zom to, like, physically confront the Hulk. Zom is this extraordinarily powerful, like, interdimensional being, basically supernatural being, kind of like in the Sidorak vein, something like that, Sidorak, Satanish, all those guys like that, Mephisto. So I would think that maybe instead of a res on his ultimate, change it to where he, say, in 3 turns, if he hits the ultimate button, he turns into Zom, and he turns into this physical monstrosity that just starts wrecking fools, right? I would even maybe think about making him, like, have constant berserk. You have no control over his attacks, and he has just, like, a basic attack and maybe a special that he can launch, but you have no control over when he uses them. So he's like a super battering ram, but he does have some backs, or some draw side. Draw side?
Me fail English? That's impossible.
He does have some drawbacks. So I think that would be a really cool thing and add some flavor to him and add a little bit of burst, because that's one problem with the Supernatural team is they don't have a lot of damage, outside of Elsa, and a lot of people aren't even running Elsa nowadays. I do, but I mean, it's just like, without her, man, you are just slowly chipping away. Ghost Rider doesn't do huge damage unless your people are dying, and you don't want that. You're going to be losing anyway. So I think it would be cool to add some more damage to it, because, I'd say over half the times his Doctor Strange's ultimate doesn't turn the tide of your fight. Sometimes, yeah, you can res 2 guys up, but it's so rare he gets to do this, and then you have to T4 it, of course, too. So I don't know how you would work it with the T4 and that. Maybe it would just beef up the Zom summon or something, but I think it'd be cool. You can even make it temporary, like he turns into Zom for 3 turns, and then it's back to Doctor Strange again, and he gets his regular power set back. I don't know, but I think it would be fun. It would be fun to turn Doctor Strange into a melee character, and he wouldn't have to use it. Like, if things were better off served with him staying in his more controlling mode, it might work. You could probably, I don't know what the passive would do when he turns into Zom, like give everyone offense up for every turn that he's alive, and that would help bolster not just him, but everybody. I think that would be kind of cool too. But just turning Doctor Strange into something of a melee powerhouse after we're so used to seeing him like this, because it's been done. It's been done in the books. He's absolutely absorbed Ghost Rider before to fight Dormammu. Once again, I'm just assuming that some people out there watching this have read the comics. I know almost none of the developers have. They have no idea who these characters are. But so Doctor Strange can do a lot of cool things. Also, another idea I had for him too, and this is kind of a little more off track, is, why is this not called like Eye of Agamotto, and it builds him in some dodge chance or something to make him a little more survivable even? I mean, because even with these deflects, it's not that great. You can even see this would be really good on making him more of a standalone character, right? If you gave him something like Eye of Agamotto dodge chance, 25% dodge chance, something, or constant defense up on himself because of Eye of Agamotto, right? Unless he's like silenced, or not silenced, dispelled or something. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I think it would be a cool way to make him a little more survivable. It still wouldn't be untoward because his health is still super low. Even with deflex up, that's only on Supernatural, of course. He has very low defense, so he's going to drop anyway on a concerted effort, but this would give a chance for other characters to come in there and maybe help save the day, because I'm really hoping Supernatural gets a protector one day, because this is what they really, really need. But maybe he could be the protector. Maybe Zom would turn into a tank, and it would come fully loaded from the start. So then you have to make the choice: do I turn him into a tank and have no control over Doctor Strange for a while, or do I want to wait one turn, use Doctor Strange's special, hope he lives, and then he become the tank and help protect the entire team? A lot of nuance there, and I think it'd be a lot of fun for the character. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think about some of these ideas? And what would you do to change Doctor Strange yourself? Because he's close to being good. It's just that he's missing a lot of stuff. He's missing damage. He's missing survivability. He's missing a really viable team. So with all that, he's just going to sit there on the bench and only come out during war and blitz. So yeah, what's your ideas for changing up Doctor Strange and making him more the epic character that he should be, and forget all the MCU nonsense into an actual good character, right? So let me know about your ideas in the comments below. And until Doctor Strange gets his due, this is Genome, out.